Hello, boys and girls. My name is Yoshi, and welcome back to my DLC blind playthrough of Donkey Kong Bananza for Nintendo Switch 2, Key Island and Emerald Rush. I hope you don't get tired of me saying this very often, because for a normal playthrough of just trying to accomplish one normal objective, this is really getting repetitive, I'm not gonna lie. In a previous video, I'll just show you, we acquired some new stuff that I never really thought of like using, so I'm actually gonna try this just to see what happens. The first new thing we got is the Void Company bow tie. Rare perks will appear more often for vanadium emeralds and fossils. Company employee ID. Rare perks will appear more frequently. Oh, I see. So some of these are useful. Rare emerald perks will be more fairly from World and fossils. Oh wait, so we have a full set we could do, and Pauline also just got one. And then there's this is just the same as before, and then there's gold test. This will also be lightweight twice. And then we have this is the new fox one I saw. It says here, rare emerald perks will appear more frequently for banana and droves. Bananas and fossils. I was not being optimal the whole time, and I didn't know about it. But to be fair, you don't get these until really late on. But anyways, now we're looking really special, so we're gonna stick with this now. I think I initially stick with the safety because I preferred having the extra reduction, but we're getting to a point where we really need to get the rare emerald parts to appear more often. So we went ahead and switched that up. And we'll get the Void Company money in it whenever we play again, so that's fine. So, yeah. Ugh. I'm probably gonna get so many comments in the comment section right now saying, why didn't you change that sooner? I'm not gonna like it, but it's best. Whatever. Whatever goes out, comes out, I guess. I want us to say, at least now we have the optimal gear set, so we don't have to worry about that. That'll mean that these harder to get perks should now appear more frequently, which will kind of balance it out a bit. Because we didn't get 2 of them at all in the last video, so we'll try that. And we have a good chance to maybe do a solo elephant build too. We haven't really done one yet, and that's useful because the next area we are doing, yes, is the Tempest layer, and this time I'm gonna go really ham. If I see elephant behind something, even if it's hard, we're just gonna have to remember where that banana is and just try to find it. I just hope it doesn't take too long to get, because the last thing I want is to obviously fail the mission, so we'll probably have to start first by getting fossils. Oh boy, here we go. Looks like we're starting on 902. I just realized with the sub-layer we appear on with an icon, that's where we start, apparently. Imagine if this is... No, I was about to say, if that was elephant right there, I would have freaked out a bit. Okay, wow, not a bad start, actually. Buzzoid Demolisher is always really great. Zero is always amazing to get, so we'll go ahead and get that. One. Although it's kind of tricky to do without Snake. Actually, wait. We can just jump up here, maybe. Yeah, we can jump up and hit it like one bit at a time there. So that'll be our first Bananza. And I think the second one will just be Elephant. So that'll be probably the one we focus on this time. Let's grab Chip Hunter early, actually. That probably would be better than doing the other stuff. Snake, I don't think is really that useful in this layer. We don't have our con, so I guess we'll have to stick with Zebra for a bit. What I meant to say is we don't have our elephant yet. But that's fine. Looking at the skill stuff, I see some punch power ones, so I'm just going to go for that first. And then we're going to go back here and do that. Alright, so let's go and get this right here. Let's get this banana over here for a punch power increase. Let's get our Cardi Groove up. Let's get out of this water if we can. Last thing we want is to get executed now. We'll get our punch power back again. We don't have any perk blocks, so we'll just grab this one. We don't have an enemy defeat yet, so green screen wasn't going to really do much for us that early. Let's see if we can find some fossils nearby. Doesn't look like we're going to find any, so we'll just teleport to this... Oh, not. I guess we're going to spawn right next to it. Question is, how do we get back if we don't have our teleport? I guess there's a spot we can go here. Okay, perfect. He didn't attack us. I was a little worried at first. Oh, I see how we're supposed to get up here now. Oh, we finally found our stuff. Oh, there's our Typhoon Titan we want, but I'm gonna get Emerald Negotiator because it's nice and early, and we definitely need to grab that first. We finally got our Encore Groove. We never got our Encore Groove the last time we were there, so that tells me that's a rare one to get. We'll just jump off there so we don't have to deal with that. Grab this thing before quickly retransforming. I know our money's looking a little low right now, but to be fair, we didn't have much of a choice there. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this guy over here, if I can actually hit him. There we go. We'll have to punch him again to finish him off, of course. Block this perk. Grab this one. Oh, that's where we have to go, up top there. So let's quickly sprint up here and grab this. Well, to dodge that. Usually rolling works just fine against those people. I don't know why sometimes that enemy hits us, but whatever. We're gonna need to definitely get a lot more objectives complete in this one. Go ahead and take out this dude for some free money. Okay, we got a good spawn there. So we'll go ahead and charge. Keeper's really useful for when you need to go over terrain, definitely. And we found another fossil nearby, so we'll go ahead and grab that one. And we finally got our surf boost, so now we have a multiplier to work on. And this one has more perks overall, and we do want Chip Hoarder for the late game. It's useful to grab now. And again, we keep just going back and forth between these areas. That's always nice, but it'd be nice to get some variety in here, maybe. Well, now we know what to do. Throw this here, grab this guy. If the hand slap will actually work. Oh good, we already took out that. That was gonna probably be annoying if he stayed around for a bit. Fighting enemies in the water is definitely scary because you could get hit pretty badly if you get electrocuted at any point. We'll go with that one since we don't have a level of that yet. We'll grab these guys. Okay, this is a pretty easy rare to go for a swim. Though I don't think it counts if you're in there, so we're gonna have to find a deeper pool probably. Let's dash over to this area over here, I guess, and grab that. Not gonna lie, we're getting really unlucky with our skills so far. Okay, this should count as a swim. Perfect. Alright, we got it this time. There we go. Got that one down. Let's block this skill. Let's block this one before doing that. Later on, you're definitely going to want to block pretty much every Bananza skill that you are not planning on using. I honestly don't need all the upgrade stuff, especially if we're not going to get them fast anyway. I guess we could get stronger runs a couple of times, but I don't know. We'll get this one because it's a multi-sil, so we'll get a bit more perks from that one. And it's all bad. We're gonna do the classic strat. By that I mean block all these perks, and then refresh these guys, and that was definitely worth it. We got a barrel bump. That's always nice to have. So that was definitely worth it. We'll try to move around to the side so this guy doesn't fall off the cliff. Otherwise, we won't be able to get any emeralds from him. Vodka symbol beat we're going to collect because that's part of our build we're trying to go for. We'll get our chip negotiator so we can help get to our build a bit faster. We have mud now to smash. I believe that's over here. Unless... no, that's not there. Okay, interesting. Oh, we have a fossil nearby, so we can always switch it out for a different one. Let's just do that. Don't really have time to figure where that is. Switching stuff like that to new ones is always nice, especially when you don't know where to go. Block this perk. Grab this, because it's still nice to have that at least a little bit early on. And I think, yeah, I was going to actually go to here anyways. Thanks, game. You'll go here, and we're going to try to get to the run upgrades now, if we can remember where they are. Don't know if we have the... yet. Oh, I guess this mud bath could have worked just fine, but then again, we're still new to the game, so we don't really know where that stuff is. I say as we're already been doing... let's get this, so we at least have something to grab. There we go, we got that one. I didn't see if we grabbed a health time, but I'll just go ahead and grab it. Oh wait, I know how to get through here. We just need to be aware of these enemies over here. But before we do that, let's grab this fossil over here. And then we'll grab this one. We definitely need that. We just barely missed that. That's bad, actually, because now it's going to change to a different skill. I was hoping to get up here a bit sooner. Yeah, it's not even a skill we need anymore. Well, we're going to go back here now and get our elephant. This will still be fine. We'll probably won't actually need many elephant skills to do great. I've done really good without it. Oh, except it's spawned this cell again. Well... this is bad. I guess we're gonna do our least favorite banana in the entire game. Hopefully this goes well. With elephant behind there, we have no choice. The game could have put this behind any skill, by the way, but we got really unlucky. And it just happened to choose one that we do not know how to do fast. Thankfully, I kind of know what to do, but with no elephant for this, that makes this really hard to do, so we're gonna need to be quick about it. Well, we need to smash the lava anyway, so I guess it's gonna work out. The big problem is remembering where to go with each of these. Okay, well, we found that one. Good, we got him. Feels really slow to do this like this, but not much you can do otherwise. I'm surprised I even remember how to do this one. I think this is the first time I've had to actually waste time getting stuff, because I cannot figure out where they are otherwise. course, they can also damage us too, so we have to be careful of that. If you're wondering why we're waiting on this, is because we need our elephant, really, to smash lava, so we pretty much had no choice but to do this. In the future, guys, don't ever do these cells unless they are the Bananza you need. Like I said, I got really unlucky. In a regular run, I probably would have reset this and just gone again to if I was going for the Void rank, but I don't do that on this kind of stage. I prefer to play it the fun way. Because especially since we need our upgrades, we need that. Okay, now we can finally smash our lava, so let's do that. We're gonna need a lot of missile stuff, that's for sure. Con is also a great skill to have, so maybe we could go there. But I think right now I don't really think I need it that much, especially now that I have Elephant to smash this stuff. That will probably be kind of useless, not gonna lie. Where do we have to go again? I think I teleported wrong. Let's go there instead. I thought I was teleporting, right? I instinctively thought I wanted to go there. There we go. We got that done now. Let's grab that skill. Get that skill. Let's grab at least that. Jeez, that was Salva's. Again, that kind of scares me whenever I get hit like that all of a sudden. The sudden jump of taking damage is definitely not friendly for me. I thought I avoided all that, but I guess not. Let's quickly go over here. Yeah, I guess we didn't have an apple boost, so we lost that all of a sudden. That's why I don't like this layer, by the way. It's so easy to just die in a matter of minutes. Even from just one mistake is sometimes enough to... Still a lot of time. Oh, great. Oh, I don't want to chunk surf here, that's for sure.
Should we go there?
Let's go up here instead and do it up top. Because we have Elephant, we could just surf whenever we want. That'll be fine. We should still be looking good on at least getting the A rank. The only problem is we didn't do well on that. That's going to kind of hurt our comedy long run. We did have that death, yeah. It's going to be awkward. But now we can see where the fossils are, so getting perks up should be much easier now. I'd rather have that, personally.
Should we go there?
Alright, there we go. I'd rather not have that. Let's grab that, just for sure and certain if we do fight any of those enemies at some point. Okay, let's quickly go out and get some more fossils. I definitely want some more of those. But I also want to go and grab those random skills so we have them for later. Okay, we got that done. We finally got our Typhoon Titan, so we better get that. The only problem with doing it this way is we're gonna run out of pretty soon. She just did. Okay, how much stuff do I have? Okay, good enough, I think. I think what I really want is Trunk Room and... Yeah, I got those good skills for now. Not bad. Oh, I just realized our ostrich is here, which isn't too bad. I'm not sure if I want to grab that or not. Sure, we'll grab it, since we're right next to here. By the way, it definitely does feel like we've wasted a lot of time, but... Okay, dude, we'll grab this just because we have it. Or, I guess I kind of wasted that. I thought I had more. So I did. I did not notice. Probably should have bought a con skill there, my bad. Especially since we just got Ostrich now. All we really need Ostrich for is a bit of money, though. We're still getting a good multi-hour, even though we're kind of hurting for stuff. I think we have enough to just start focusing on our objectives again. So we're just gonna focus on that now. If we happen to see a mill nearby, that's a good one, we might grab that. Oh, Bear and Healing apparently has a second lull to it.
Should we go there?
Couple, actually. There we go. Got that done. There we go, we got that done. Now we're gonna start really hunting down stuff. Especially since we just blocked. I don't know, wait. I think this might be the one that we missed. Just for safety, we're gonna do that as a level. And if I see a second punch on, we'll do that as a level. Actually, we could check what that is. One thing I just realized I could do is I could just check emerald perks manually. What do we have for that? Oh, that's probably the rarer one. Yeah, there's an item one. Oh, did I never do the regular swirl one? Wait a minute. I think I've always blocked that skill. I don't think I've ever claimed it once. That might be a mistake. No, never mind. There's a different one. Jumping Beat. That's the one to block. So the other one must be the rare one then. That makes sense. I have an idea to find those, by the way, if we get to the end of the game and we're still not done with those. Fortunately, this is probably our closest to the extra rare and our unlockables, so we're grabbing that first, I guess. Yeah, Jumping Beat is really bad, by the way, to take at almost any point. Barrel bump up, thank you, game. Starting to get a little bit better luck now. Actually getting stuff we want. Okay. How many stales do we have left? At least one more. Okay, we need to go back down somehow. Let's grab that since we haven't gotten that yet. Oh, we don't have a baboon, so we need to be careful not to actually fall off here. Oh boy. Speaking of which, I keep almost doing that. Can never seem to store that correctly. Oh, that was quick. Just in the nick of time. Touchdown forwarder, that's also not the one. Let's make both of those, in fact, and use that instead. Oh, that was like literally, again, a frame parrot trick thing. We really did that on the frame it was about to end the objective. Geez, we're really cutting these close now. Alright, well, we're definitely focusing on objectives now, that's for sure. If we happen to have more time after that, we'll do something else. But for now, let's just use this. This is probably easier, albeit maybe not as effective as just getting stuff done. Okay, good. We got that done. Oh, I dropped him into the water, so he right away. Interestingly enough, there he died pretty much right away. Get that spot. So while we're here, okay, let's get this on for sure. I'm gonna have to go outside here, yeah, that's where we get this. There we go, we got that done. Perfect. There we go, we got that done pretty fast. We're right next to Cranky in case we do get a Cranky with hell, but I doubt that's gonna happen. I'll just take this. I don't have the emeralds or chips to be blocking stuff right now. Okay, I did kind of mess up my storage of it, but that's fine. We can always get more elsewhere. Let's grab this teleport next. We have enough warp bells now. We could keep doing at least one of those goals constantly, which is good. We're still doing these pretty fast, which is good. We definitely need that. We'll probably find some use for these skills at some point. Oh, we're inside of that thing, for this next here? Okay. Good, we got that done. Fuck this perk. Get this on. Finally got our elephant upgrade again. That's the main one we want to be after, really. I think that sound just indicated that we don't have our Apple, green screen anymore.
Should we go there?
Or we're about to lose our green screen, rather. Jeez, I cannot speak. Green screen. Excuse me while I remember how to speak. Alright, we definitely did a lot more objectives that time, so that helped out a bit. Yeah, okay, now we're doing a lot better all of a sudden.
I knew we could do it.
Fuck that perk. Get a first champ finally in here. Okay, that one's underneath the... that's just never fun. Remembering where some of these locations are, remembering they're also pretty trolly is kind of tricky. Changed to 0 a bit just to have something different for a change. We're right, like, 90%-ish close to a zip line. Oh, and we got chunk for our rank, which helps out, I guess. Good, we got it done. We see some skills nearby now we can grab. We'll grab this since we're about to grab a skill or two. Oh, we finally got our punch power level 4. Wish we had that sooner. That's the easy one we could get by just using that. Now we can start teleporting again. Oddly enough, both of these are underneath the ground, so our best bet with our height is gonna be this. But it's still a while to get to it, so we're gonna use Zebra, I guess, and Zash for a bit. Zebra's really important, honestly, for going fast in this, Nice snipe there. We got that pretty easily. We kind of went for a free fall there for a second. It wasn't really worth much, but I think it was cool. Oh, time to use Zebra again. Ah, okay, I'm going the wrong way. Hang on while I get my bearings. This is where Snake would save a lot of time from not having to grab that. Oh, he's underneath the ground. That's why it was tricky. Okay, well, we definitely got our A rank, but probably no Master A rank anytime soon on this map. To be fair, this is probably the hardest map in the game to get V rank on. These are lineups you're just gonna have to practice a lot, get the hang of doing stuff. It's gonna look easy at first, but even with that, there might be some RNG that can screw you up. Even then. Ah! Get me up there, please. Hammer thrower, not the one I needed. Okay, we really need an apple right now. We have a bunch of apple stuff and no apple juice to stir it ever. What I mean by that is we need our apple juice so we can actually get that skill unlocked. But we haven't found it because the start being kind of mean today. Like I said, it's pretty risky to do that and don't have a chest in. Remembering to get quick transformations is kind of annoying too. Finally found the cannon. Took a while. Have to be extra quick now. Getting to a point where we probably don't want to even take stuff. Okay, this one I am gonna use a teleport for. That's what I found. See, like, it locks you in this animation when you go up. So knowing which one to use is really important. Closest zip line, I don't know. Not there, that's for sure. Let's zoom in, actually. That'll help us figure out where these actually are. I guess here probably is our best bet for a zip line. That's close by. Well, we want to jump off this at some point. Woo, good. We didn't fall. We're good. We didn't fall, so we're good. This is our closest to where we need to go now. We'll do that next. Ooh, nice multiplier at the very end. Finally starting to get stuff. Guess we're blocking this since we're not getting any apples to appear lately. Probably should have done that to begin with. Did that just to see if I can find the secret. Ugh. Oh, we need to go all the way down there, I see. Never done that before. The last thing I want is to untransform during this, too. Yeah, we don't have enough time to slash all these. Ugh, that took way too long. We had enough to get A rank, though, so... By L rank, I mean A rank, obviously. The A rank is pretty easy. Like, surviving the fate is pretty easy. It's getting void rank that's the tough part. Because you, I believe, need 10 times the amount of emeralds you would normally need to get to finish it. I knew that wasn't going to be a Levite, by the way, because we kind of started off that pretty terribly. Oh, but now we got Smelting Green. Oh, boy. That Smelting Green is finally available. This is aim is going to be really easy. Because for this later part now, we can still use time to block emerald perks, but now we're going to mostly want to focus on chip stuff. And if we can find that skill... We'll never want to block that. In fact, we'll want to do that right away if we can find it. Because Smelting Green gives us a bunch of emeralds. And it really comes in clutch for getting the Void rank. So before that, getting Void rank was actually pretty tough. Now we can kind of just get it pretty easily if we save up enough emeralds. And unlike the other strat, we only need like 200,000. And it also helps really well for early collection completion, which again is the main reason why Void goals are super broken. There we go. Forgot to teleport back to DK Island, so I'll do that myself this time, because... Now that we've actually finished all the main layers, there's only one thing left to do, and that's unlock the secret battle. But to do that, we're going to have to put a dent into our harder battles, which means doing each difficulty at 2.5 times the range, which is kind of like probably the normal-ish, hardish difficulty. This is kind of the medium difficulty we were doing that had new stuff to it. And then the other one we were doing was the hard difficulty. I do still have a spare bit of time, by the way, so I'm going to actually use my map on Tempest to find stuff, because I did notice I was not being optimal. Okay, we are pretty much only getting one of these at a time now per playthrough of that. But that's still better than nothing, I guess. Did we get this now? Yes, we did. There's also, by the way, a secret I keep forgetting about. Maybe I'll try to solve that later. It's kind of tricky, to be fair. It's kind of a weird puzzle of some sorts. You'll know what I mean when you see it. Okay. Second fight, yeah, I do want to be on Tempest Layer, and I know exactly where I want to go in Tempest Layer. I want to start by finding the dudes we didn't get stuff for right away. Because that was the one I was most behind, because I feel like I did not have cannons in certain spots. And the layer we're going to start on is the one I was just on earlier. The sub-layer, that is, 902. We'll do that instead. I know it feels weird that we're coming back to a main area and not doing an immediate Emerald Rush, but I wanted to show you guys that before Emerald Rush, even playing Emerald Rush, you really do need to look at the area in general and see where there's dudes up. If you ever see one of those excavator dudes with like the hat, the mining hat, you need to talk to them right away, because that's how you get secret cannons and stuff built, and some of those are really important for actually getting to places. Not all of them you start with, obviously. You have to get them by finding the secret dudes, and sometimes you can't even see those guys either, so to make sure you get that done, we have to go up top here to find them. Being fair, they are kind of a bit more visible. Some of them might also be there. Of course, we can explore these much easier with our full power-ups since we have all the power-ups. Let me guess, this guy is still troll. Yeah, we pretty much have to use a chunk on this guy. I kind of forgot where the dude was. Maybe we already found him. I don't know. Ah, there we go. See, this is the guy I was looking for. See that icon? There's like a thing on top, but there's nothing there at first glance. This is the guy I wanted to talk with. Yes, I want to set up a zip line, please. Surprised I didn't have that sooner. So, I'm showing off that you definitely want to make sure you grab all the item stuff. And that includes setting up the zip lines and other stuff in all the other areas. And this one I had missed a couple, so I wanted to make sure I grabbed that. Of course, it can be really hard. There is also probably an interactive guide that will show you where some of those are. I mostly just wanted to go back there, though, because I kept on noticing that dude with the hat was there. I keep forgetting his name, but whatever. Should I just call him a constructum from down? I guess that is what they're technically called, but yeah. I also constructum was nearby and I hadn't used yet, so we probably should have gotten that done sooner, so now that's done, we'll just carry ourselves back to DK Island now, and now we're gonna actually end the episode. I just wanted to show that before you do these kinds of missions, especially Emerald Rush in particular, you'll want to have built all extra stuff, hit all warp pads and stuff, and gotten all barrel cannons built. You know, the ones that you use to go around the island fast. And you need to have obviously hit every checkpoint too, because if not, you'll have to collect them again when you actually start the map, and you'll still have to collect them later when you come back to the layer you're on. Which actually gives you a reason to explore DK Island, because otherwise you cannot teleport around as efficiently, and it just makes your Emerald Rush way, way harder to do, because you have less teleports. Alright, that's gonna be the end of the episode, otherwise. I guess this is gonna take a and than I anticipated, but I'll see where I'm at. If I'm not close to 8,000, we'll probably have to wait another week before finishing this, which is a little tight, but what can you do sometimes? Gonna save this file, and then we're gonna call it quits. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Cut, rate, subscribe for some more content. I'll see you guys in the next video where we hopefully get the 10,000 rating we need. We definitely need to go for that. Of course, I need to check first to see how much we're going at it, to see if we're gonna be done or not. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Cut, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!